Hello, Monsters Abound here. Welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires and part 52 of my Malekith campaign. Kalkin is marching on the Lizardman capital. We need to take out these towers as quickly as possible, although this one isn't actually being sort of utilised, not being defended. So it's not opening fire, because if it was, that would be quite... You saw the first few blasts from just one tower. That took a little bit of a chunk out of us. Two of those things would be pretty painful. Fortunately, we've got a number of breaches, and the first tower was very damaged, so we've managed to take it out. This tower's not being defended, so that's fine. We are going to take it out, though, just to be on the safe side. Kalkin is moving towards the centre of the city, or just past the gate. They've got some units defending the rear. They've got an Ancient Stegiodon, Bastiliodon with Revivification Crystal. That kind of thing. We've got our Harganeth Executioners come through the breach. They're going to engage the Temple Guard defending it. I think that's a battle that our Executioners are going to win fairly easily. Yeah. And same here. Harganeth Executioners coming through the breach, dealing with these Saurus Warriors. Saurus Warriors losing decisively. Kalkin has engaged this unit of Chameleon Skinks on the wall just to try and make sure they don't head to try and take the tower. They take the tower, that will start being quite punishing. And Larian is coming in to assist her Executioner brethren by doing what she does best, which is just drive over them and then drive over the Lizardman. Basically just drives over everyone, really. It's her thing. But because is it there? Go. Yeah, so because of the Death Hag, our Harganeth Executioners within range get 12% resistance, physical resistance, and they also get a 15% ward save. So it does make them, with Larian there, very, very tanky. Units are now pouring through the rest of the breaches. We've got some Harganeth Executioners surrounding these Saurus Warriors. We've got the gate is now down, so we can move units through there. We're also moving through this breach as well. Basically, we're moving to surround the Lizardmen. In comes Kalkin to lend some assistance and also a little bit of terror. Looks like we finally managed to clear off the walls. Just one unit of a Temple Guard just on this gatehouse here. They're going to start coming down as well. There they go. They're going to come charging in to the flank of one of our Bleak Sword units. So we're going to move in some Harganeth Executioners to their rear, just start hacking them down. They're not in any kind of formation. They're going to easily go down, and we're going to move our crossbows in as well, so we can create a little sort of defensive formation just at the gate. Saurus fleeing back further into the city as our units set up a defensive formation, but not before a unit of Temple Guard come in from our left flank. The Lizardmen drop this it's a city defensive ability, the Holy Stealer, which reduces missile damage and accuracy. Harganeth Executioners dealing with these Temple Guard. In comes Kalkin to back them up. And Larian comes in as well because she just doesn't like being left out, I guess. And very quickly, those Temple Guard not going to stick around. They are going to break and run, unsurprisingly, really. Off they go. There is still another Lizardman Temple Guard over on this flank. We've also got some Saurus Warriors come charging back. They're continuing to try and smash against our front line. In they come. However, Harganeth Executioner is going to easily deal with that. Larian again doesn't want to be left out, so goes charging through. Just as well she can't damage her own units, otherwise I think she'd probably end up wiping out most of our army. So we've got a nice little formation here. We've got our crossbows defended by our mundane infantry. And then our Harganeth executioners. Cacao can continue to plink away at some of these units. They've got a lot of Croxagore back here. 3 units of Croxagore. They've also got some Colbon Riders. 2 units of Colbon Riders. Plus the Bastiliodon and the Ancient Stegiodon. And a couple of units of Chameleon Skinks as well. Got some Temple Guard moving into our left flank. I don't notice these until now. So quickly move my crossbows out of the way. In comes Larian to help again, because you don't. She just doesn't like to not be invited. She's got a thing about that. She just wants to come crashing through. She sees a block of Lizardmen. She drives into it. So those Lizardmen Temple Guard very quickly breaking and running. Off they go, heading out of the city. Unfortunately, a little bit of lag there. Unfortunately, you can see they're routing. They're not shattered. That is going to be a costly mistake. So we created a little defensive formation here. Harganeth executioners holding back the last few stragglers of Lizardmen and the Croxagores. In they come. And behind them are crossbows. In comes Kakaukin to back us up a little bit, just try and rout those Croxagore away. Of course, once they are routing, we can then open fire with our crossbows. You can see they're going to do a lot of damage. In comes some more Croxagore through a withering deluge of crossbow bolts, taking a huge amount of punishment there. Few Temple Guard trying to make their way towards us. They reach our line, but quickly break and run, and they get cut down by the crossbows. Now, I said that not shattering that unit would cost me. It's really going to cost poor Alyssa, who is now at the rear of our formation and has been surrounded by a bunch of Temple Guard who are going to beat the living daylights out of her. And these Bleak Swords and Dread Spears not going to do anything about that, other than throw maybe, you know, cautious glances over their shoulder potentially. Alyssa is dead. Yeah. Oops. And I haven't even noticed. I've been concentrating too much on what's going on back here. We're slowly pushing at the Lizardmen. Obviously, at some point, their Ancient Stegodon and Bastiliodon are going to come charging through our ranks. That isn't going to hurt, because those guys pack a bit of a punch. So we've just pushed forward enough to open fire on these Cold One Riders, so they're taking a lot of damage. We're doing the damage. Just need to keep it up. Kalkin's got a little bit bored of sitting back and waiting, so he's done a breath of fire on these Cold One Riders. That's managed to break them and make them run. And these Chameleon Skinks are going to continue to fire at him and they're going to chip away at his health, but not do too much damage. The Temple Guard finally broken and running. Again, I still haven't even noticed what's happened. I think it's not near the end of the battle where I go, you know what would be nice? A Doom Bolt right about now. And I can't find Alyssa on the unit bar. Much to my... it's a shame to have lost her. And, you know, she will be mourned for all of about 5 minutes, and then obviously I'll replace her with someone someone different. And to be honest, I don't really like dark mages. They don't really... Doombolt's good, and they have the spell that drains their a friendly unit's health and gives them Winds of Magic, which is nice. But everything else is a bit meh. So I much prefer, to be honest, Shadow Mages. Shadow Mages just very good in my opinion. Gonna take a little bit of fire here. Captain's come down to deal with the Chameleon Skinks. They've immediately broken and run, but everyone else is charging him, so I'm going to have to support him with my own units. In come the Harganeth Executioners. Comes the Ancient Stegidon. Calcan unfortunately doesn't take a huge amount of damage from that, but we are going to back him up with the Harganeth Executioners. They are going to do a fair chunk of damage, plus the crossbows now firing over the top of their heads. As you can see, the Stegidon breaks and runs. Off he goes. And the Bastiliodon has broken and run as well. And basically, we now have the city. It's ours. And we only had to lose one sorceress to do it. That's fine. She can be replaced. Easily. That's why you must always pay attention to what's going on. Oh, sorry, Alyssa. On the other hand, she was a dark sorceress, and dark sorceress, I don't like dark magic. It's just not very good, so it's not really the end of the world. Let's occupy that. Poor Alyssa. That's a shame. But that's why you should always keep an eye on what's going on. Battlefield awareness. I learned that lesson, so you don't have to. You're welcome. Right, now talking of sorceresses, where can I get another one? I think I can get one here. The buildings are crumbling. Yeah, yes, there we go. You know what? Fetcher. My power is yours. That's good of you to say so. We're going to grab that. Burning Head. Akarti's Blessing, maybe? Yeah, why not? Let's get a Flaming Sword as well, because I quite like that. An Evasion. And you are going to come down here. When you can. Yeah, you'll be fine. Yeah, see. You'll be back up in no time. Let's get rid of that, because we don't need it. That's fine. Torture posts. We've got some roads there. Let's upgrade that. Chakwa is next to fall, and then we'll have the entire province under our control and a large section of Lustria as well. I'm hoping the Vampire Coast can push the Lothran forces back to the island, Volcanic Island over here. That'll leave us just to clear up the south. To be honest, I think we can probably start the invasion of the old world. Well, let's start... Wait, does... Stephen Scales, how do you have a unit rank? You're a hero. You shouldn't have a unit rank. Do heroes get unit ranks? No, they don't, do they? I'm fairly sure they don't. Maybe Stephen Scales is just so good that he's managed to get a unit rank at the same time. Oh well. No, whatever the case, we are going to take Chakwa. This must be one of the first outings for Marathi's new army. We've had a little bit of a change around. She's now got an... I mean, she's pretty much got an army as elite as Neth's, which is saying something. Marathi is taking a little bit... She's taking a little bit of fire here. She's having to dodge around a little bit. Mind you, Marathi, if you actually put some clothes on, maybe you wouldn't have to dodge the arrow so much. Just a thought. Just throwing it out there. Maybe a little bit less skin. I mean, you know, it's all very well and nice feeling good about yourself and having a positive body image. That's important. But if you're going to go into a battle where people are going to shoot arrows at you, more than half a bra maybe. Just... Anyway. So, Siege Tower's moving up to the wall. Now comes a Doom Bolt. I do love the Doom Bolt. The Doom Bolt. Doom Bolt is love. Doom Bolt is life. And in come the Harganeth Executioners and Blackguards straight down into these archers and spearmen. Against these guys, it's basically just going to be butchery. No finesse, just death. More Harganeth Executioners just cutting down some fleeing archers. Over here the Blackguard getting smashed by their own bolt thrower, so that's fun. And the rest of our army now moving up. War Hydra heading to take on the gate. War Hydras and gate doors, natural enemies. Apparently. The walls are just going to be covered in blood very, very soon. We've got some spearmen here trying to pull through and failing. And in comes Heresian. Doesn't have a blood cauldron yet, which is a shame. But otherwise, Marathi is currently taking on a giant chicken in the air and is not going very well. But as well, you know, it could be going worse. It would help if she wasn't being fired on by her own crossbows, but that's... Again, that really goes back to the half a bra thing, doesn't it? Blackguard being cut down. Not Blackguard cutting down, not Blackguard being cut down. And Marathi's draining the health of all these units. And that gate is almost down. Looks like they're throwing some white lions in the front to try and stop the giant five-headed War Hydra from getting through. How successful is that going to be? I mean, you know, judge for yourself, but it's probably not heavily in their favour, let's put it that way. Great Eagle's being cut down. Marathi is now free to do lots of fun things. Gonna drop a... Oh! It's her lamentation. Lamentation of Despair, there we go, that's what it is. And Pit of Shades. And all of the rest, our cavalry, our War Hydra, just going to come streaming straight into the city. Look at that. They do not care. They go straight into the city centre, take on this cavalry, Silver Helms over there. They're not going to win this engagement. On the walls, it's pretty much all over. The High Elves have been butchered, absolutely massacred to an elf. A few units have managed to recover, but the city centre is quickly falling. You know, spearmen coming in to try and help. Yeah, this didn't work out so well. I think we can call that a win. Gold Star from Marathi there, taking Chekwa, is it Chekwa? Chekwa. Taking Chekwa. I'm going to occupy it. Because we occupy it, we don't have as bad public order penalties. And that makes it easier to keep pushing forward quickly. Marathi got a skill point which we're going to pop in. I was looking at getting Enchanting Beauty, wasn't I? So let's go for Foe Seeker. Then Enchanting Beauty. I'd quite like to get 1001 Dark Blessings as well, because that physical resistance would be very useful.
Is it time?
Okay, so we've taken the entire province, which means we can go read Dark Portents. That just means they've only got a handful of settlements left, and we're pushing them. This army over here is a little bit of a concern, but they don't have a they don't really. That's not really an issue, so that should be okay. However, I do need to get this Black Ark out of the Sea of Claws because I don't want to lose it to just like a silly attack. So let's get that Let's get you out of dodge. Let's upgrade the defences there. We've got first rank defences there. That's 3 more turns. Do I want to wait? Let's give it...
Noble of Nagaroth.
I'll finish off this army. I'll capture the Monument of Itzel, and then we begin the invasion. Raquel, blah blah. Yeah, I think everyone's in a fairly good place.
Your destruction will bring me untold pleasure.
Hi, Carl. Non-aggression pact. Okay, yeah, this. We might be heading to war sooner rather than later. I need to start the war so we don't end up at war with the Wood Elves.
I have never been much of a diplomat.
You want a peace treaty? Unfortunately, Rinky, I kinda need your city. Sorry.
At last.
Okay. So we've got an army over here. That is not good, especially because they're probably going to destroy the Temple of Kara. Can we deal... They're probably going to flee, aren't they? Yes.
Sail, damn you.
But not far enough.
Death to the weak.
Right, that's one army gone. What I might do, actually... Let's give him a peace treaty. And hopefully they'll retreat. That'll give me time to get into position. Kalkin's looking okay. He needs a sorceress, doesn't he? Who are you? You're just an agent, aren't you? Yes, you are just an agent. A fetcher, there you are. Need to get you over here as soon as possible. I mean, no urgent need to have a sorceress. We can continue southward. That's not an issue. Okay, Marathi, you can keep heading southward. Yes, we're trespassing. I just don't care. Strongly do not care. We do need some better units there. Do I attack now? Okay, so if we go to war with Bretonnia, with Bretonnia, there we go. Okay, Bretonnia currently are not fans, but they're not at war with us. They are military allies with the dwarves, the Empire, and Lothern, but not the Wood Elves. The dwarves are going to be the main problem here, because they're hoofing strong. But I've not really seen much in the way. Problem is, I think the Empire is just turns away from declaring war against us. I don't blame them, to be honest. They are currently at minus 553. So I think it's time. Right, we've succeeded in damaging the walls there. Good job. We succeeded in damage. Right, so walls are down, both locations.
Dreadlord, awaiting command.
It is time.
Tyrant of
A novel prospect.
Right, who's going to lead the attack?
Noble of Nagaroth.
I think Rakal's the best option. He's got a skill point as well, so let's put that in. What's he got? He does have some Black Ark Corsairs. They're not really ranked up enough though, so just go for... just go for Linebreaker. I think you got some bog standard units in there. That looks fine. Caladriel, you've got a skill point, which we're going to put in the Ward of Cain. And then Satilla is going to get Tenacity. Just try and keep her alive. Here we go. So we're now at war with the Dwarves and the Empire and Bretonnia. But not the Wood Elves. Let's give the Lichbone Pennant to you. Let's continue the siege, because apparently Moransti is not bloody close enough. Right, scooch up, come on. Just can you? That's it. That's it. There we go. That's it.
Kill them. No mercy.
Right.
Draw your blades. We fight.
They're throwing exploding cows at us. Is that normal? It doesn't feel normal. It feels weird. Pretty effective though. Got to give them that. So this is our objective city, Corone, and we are taking a crap load of damage as we head towards the city, mostly because of those exploding cows. Can we get a close-up of the exploding cow? That looks like a bit of wall, not a cow. Can we see? Is there a cow? Oh, that's part of the. That's the trebuchet. Trebuchet? Yeah, trebuchet. In the back. Is that? That's another piece of castle wall. Ah, here come the cows. Yep. It's a cow, alright. A rotting cow. They're throwing dead cattle at us. That is special. That is very, very special. Never mind. Never mind. More importantly, we are trying to deal with these Pegasus Knights. In they come. Don't they look fantastic? Look at them go. So they're going to come straight into Rakal. So Rakal's going to engage those. He should be okay. We've also got Helsfer backing him up. She's going to be throwing some fireballs at him to help. She's thrown up a fire vortex as well. We're trying to deal with these trebuchets just because I don't want them. If we're going to come through these breaches here, I don't want them to start firing on a big massed up Dark Elf blob. Especially because, geez, these Dark Elf Corsairs are pretty much dead already. So we can come pouring through the city straight into these foot squires. Bretonnian infantry is pretty much garbage, so winning this battle should be no problem as long as we can keep those trebuchets off our back. Grail Knights coming charging in. They're being backed up by some Knights of the Realm. Back over in the city centre, Rakal is in a little bit of trouble, but Moransti is coming to his rescue. How unlike her. I guess if he dies, she won't be able to kill him herself, so maybe that's the reason. So together, they're going to start knocking Pegasuses out of the air, which is pretty entertaining when they come tumbling down. Look at that. They splat. Good. So that's the thing. The gates come down. How useful is that? Ah, it's a thing, I guess. I'm going to continue to... I've got Hellspur. And where's our other? There she is. Caladriel. Hellspur and Caladriel dropping magic on the field trebuchets, trying to take those out of action as quickly as possible. The battle at the breach is going pretty well. There comes Satilla just barreling on through. Black Ark Corsairs doing... I mean, they're just hacking their way through fairly easily. No problem. That is a problem. Those trebuchets need to be shut up and quick. However, we've got... is that Moranstein up there? Moranstein has just managed to completely evaporate a large swath of Bretonnians, and I don't think she even managed to clip her own Black Ark Corsairs, which is, I mean, miraculous, to be honest. Few Pegasus Knights continuing to harass us, but that's nothing to worry about. Raquel is fine. He's got a little bit of lost health there, but generally he's okay. These units that have entered through the city gate are going to need a little bit of assistance, and these peasant bowmen are being a bit of a pain. So it looks like Moranstein's come in to deal with them. However, currently she's just looking imposing nearby. Oh, she did eat one, so there's that. That's nice. However, it seems they're just going to turn around and just fire pox arrows at her. Moranstein, you might want to... Do you want to maybe... Just, that's it. Come on, a little bit. There we go. That's better. That's more like it. That's killed quite a few. Good job. Good job. The Grail Knights are very, very tough customers, but they are shock cavalry. So their charge is good, but once in combat, they're only mediocre. And they're taking a lot of damage from our crossbows. And as they're in lance formation, they lose a lot of missile parry. So their health is dropping ridiculously quickly. And Raquel's coming to back them up. Well, our Black Ark Corsairs, he's not going to back up the Grail Knights, that would be stupid. Our Sorceresses flying high and laying down a withering barrage of fireballs. And we've just got some Knights of the Realm and some Grail Knights. It's nice to see some it's nice to fight the Bretonnians finally. It's nice to fight different factions. That's one of the things I really love about Warhammer. Total War is just having lots of different factions to fight. More fireballs. It's going to take on the... target the Grail Knights. These Knights of the Realm are very good against large units, which is why I've held Raquel and Moranstein in reserve. Don't particularly want them by themselves, but we are going to breathe fire. That's going to do a lot of damage. In they both come. They're being backed up by Black Ark Corsairs. And they very quickly break and run. Well, that's one of our victory points, or the victory point cities that we need taken. Now we just need Altdorf and the Oak of Ages. Having cows thrown at us was a little bit insulting, but we have managed to win the battle, and we only lost 240 Dark Elves doing it, although quite a few Dark Riders. But I don't really care about Dark Riders, so that's just generally fine, I think. Let's occupy. Okay. Nicely done, everyone. Good stuff. So we've got occupied Corone. Money-wise, we're actually not doing... I don't think we're doing too badly anyway. Nope, I think we're doing quite well. So that's fine. I could get rid of the Dark Riders, potentially. But, nah, it's probably okay. It's probably... That's probably fine. Is there anything special we can build here? Building browser. No. I guess if you're a Bretonnian, there probably would be, but there's not for us. Do we have no torture post? Well, that has to be rectified immediately. And let's get rid of that, because I don't rebuild Dark Riders ever. Let's get a Shrine of Cain, because why the hell not? And let's get a Slave Gate, because I want to maintain our defences here. And maybe a... Oh, hello. Tower of Dark Rituals. I guess this is new. Public Order +2, Winds of Magic, -2 enemy armies faction wide. Jeez, really? Seems a bit excessive. Research rate +10%. Okay, well, we're not going to do that. We're going to go build a Dreadmanse, I think. Do we want pottery? No, not really. We'll get rid of that. Growth.
Victory.
It doesn't... To be honest, if it was replenishment as well, yes. As it is, growth, no, we'll just get rid of it. I think that's going to be good. Right, Moransty, you have a skill point, which we're going to pop in. Do I go for Warder for Carty? Yes, I think I am. I think I am. Just magic resistance and Hellsphere. I'm going to give you upgraded Fireball, because our Fireball served us quite well in that battle. It was good to just drop fireballs on knights' heads, so we're going to continue to do that. And we're going to just go for Hinder Replenishment, I think. And we're now ready to take Altdorf, which actually doesn't look like any kind of competition. That looks really easy. These dwarves do not have much of a garrison, so we're just going to auto-resolve that one. Let's occupy. So we've got a Death Mask, Potion of Healing, Elf Servant. Good! And that's Altdorf under our control. I don't think there's anything special we can build here. No, not really. Let's go for the walls, because we need that. They do have fighting pits here, so that's nice. Is the growth going to be useful here? Yes, because I want to build up those defences as quickly as possible, so we'll do that. Okay, so if we have a look at our objectives now, for the short campaign, we've got all of Ulthuan, tick. We've got the Black Tower of Malekith, tick. We've got 3 Black Arcs, tick. We just need to destroy Lothern, and then we need 8 settlements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's... Wait, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Really? Okay, so I miscounted? Huh. Okay, so we just need Itza then. Will I get a chance to burn down the Oak of Ages? Did I miscount? I must have miscounted. I'm sure we had 5. Plus Corona Altdorf. Makes 7. Yep, good maths. Yep, okay, so fine. Well, I still want Oak of Ages to be the last settlement we take, because I just feel like burning down the Oak of Ages is fun for me, so we're going to do that. It's we don't need Itza. We can work around that. Maybe we can burn it to the ground instead. We could do that. That's fine. Right, Huleli, you took quite a beating, so you're going to just get a little bit of replenishment up. Do that. And you are going to get immortality. You've got a black dragon. What have you got? You've got lots of black guards. You've got fortune of favour. Yeah. So you've got some dread knights as well. So we could. Oh, you don't have Slaughter Lord. Okay, well, we'll go for that then. We'll go for that. And your sorceress, Morgan, can have a cold one with the boys.
Do you take me for a child?
Good. This has looked so far so good. However, the old world factions haven't had time to strike back yet, so I guess we'll see what happens. But that'll have to wait until next time. So thank you very much for joining me. And I'll see you in the next episode.